Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Thai Talk with Dan. Now guys, we have an update on a story that we posted a few months ago about a Thai woman, that was trying to get a foreign guy to build a brand new house on her land. Did he go through with it? Did he not? Let's find out in today's Thailand story. I spoke to you not long ago about having a beer if you were around the Chiang Mai area. Hope you are well. It's good to see you on the happy road to freedom again. If you remember, you posted my last email a few months ago about my somewhat volatile Thai girlfriend wanting me to build a house on her family's land.
Are you serious?
Well, here's an update.
Nice.
Of course I didn't go through with it, but I did come back this last couple of months to stay with her at her family's home village for a while. Curiosity kicked in, and I just wanted to reassure myself that I wasn't missing out on something spectacular. So, I stayed in a family member's house which was empty. A good thing that I did too, as it highlighted a lot of issues that were discussed last time, and some interesting but alarming traits that were covered in detail by one of your previous subscribers in their video regarding mother-daughter relationships and how toxic they can be, including the covert incestuous control, which I have now witnessed firsthand.
Emotional, damn it! Oh my.
Now, one thing that I didn't mention last time was that this woman, who I will call P, is actually in her early 40s and not someone significantly younger than my youthful 55 years, of which some of your cynical commenters presumed, of course. So to touch on the subject, she is an only child and lives with her parents in a home built by her ex-husband from Norway. Before they divorced and he returned home. That obviously raised the alarm bells initially. However, there is a little bit more to this than meets the eye.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
She was well educated, Thai standard, that is, and went on to successfully achieve several master's degrees in business, accounting, and maths at university. She is very bright and speaks several languages. With that, she wanted to make good use of her hard work and go seek work within some big company in Bangkok and get out of the mundane village life. However, before she could, her mother quickly managed to intervene and persuade her against doing so, insisting that why would she want to work for someone else when she could have an easy life working at home with her mother? Subsequently, and at the same time, her cousin, who achieved similar results, was pushed by her normal parents into pursuing a career in banking and is now a senior manager at one of Thailand's major banks, earning lots of money, business trips around Asia, and owns 3 properties, etc. So P reluctantly crumbled to the parental pressure, threw away her chance of a good career, and took her mother's advice to sit at home in a small shop selling rice in a country village with her mother and nothing else. As time went on, she became bored and met a guy from Norway whilst on holiday in Thailand. Things progressed and they eventually decided to marry. She saw the perfect opportunity to move on and start a new life in Norway with her successful businessman husband. She went to college, learnt fluent Norwegian, furthered her business studies, made new friends and built a good social circle. Things were looking good when once again the mother pops up saying, "Why do you want to live there when you can be here at home?" insisting she return with her husband to Thailand. So they did just that. He kept his business running and his home in Norway, thankfully for him. He built a new house for them both to live in and continue life in rural Thailand. Unfortunately, as I have now discovered, he probably didn't anticipate the unhealthy, incestuous, dysfunctional hold her mother has on her.
Shit. Here we go again.
Over time, this ultimately broke their marriage and he eventually cut his losses and fled. Instantly, the mother and father decided that they wanted a piece of the action and swiftly moved into the nice new house. Big ego boost for the loser father, will come on to him later. All very cosy now for the mother, who is without doubt both extremely selfish and clearly cannot deal with her daughter attempting to make anything good of her life. I think the phrase your previous viewer used was enmeshed. So time went by and once again she got bored, and that's when I came into play. But the mother was having none of it. If you want a relationship, it will have to be here. You can't leave me or Thailand. I was oblivious to this at the time, but after watching the previous video I mentioned earlier, where one of your subscribers went into great detail about the toxic, incestual, parental control and brainwashing and the effect it has on their children, it got me thinking. Every time we have been away from her home, which is quite a lot, whether it be in Thailand or Europe, her mother would call her 4, 5, even 6 times a day, every day. Both times when she was in the UK, her mother has called insisting she come home to some family issue. The second time she actually did return to Thailand, cutting short her stay, only to find it was something trivial. About a month ago, we escaped north for a short break for a week. Beautiful hotel, pool, nice restaurant, etc. Where once again she received yet another call insisting she come home as a neighbour had passed away. So we again cut short the break, returned back only to find it was nothing to do with her family. While staying at her house, I pretty much always felt that I was in the way. About as welcome as a fart in a spacesuit, a gooseberry, so to speak, between P and her mother, the mother's eyes always on me. We could be talking and she would just barge in and interrupt our conversation, taking over, and in Thai, in fact, this happened nearly every time, so I would just get up and do one. Her mother is in her mid-60s, has only ever left their village 5 times in her life, has no network of friends, is very socially awkward, if I'm guessing, very uneducated too, and her life revolves around this small shop, which in turn was handed down from her parents. P tells me that she needs to be with her mother as she is an only child and her mother needs her there. Well, if I was 60 plus years old and couldn't look after myself without having my kids around, I would be looking at a care home or something. Okay, as for the father, as mentioned earlier, he is a total skin thief. Complete waste of space. Struts around like he's in his 20s when he's 65. Thinks he's Mr. Big, womanizer, drunk. Definitely not a family man, but in reality, a nobody. However, he has the trophy house that P's ex built, so to him, it shows power. Again, he has absolutely no personality. He is never at home, and when he is for food. He has never even acknowledged me once in 2 months, so I returned the favour. Oh, it's just their style, P would say. I'm thinking it's more a case of outright ignorance. To walk into their yard in the morning, smile and acknowledge the mother, only to get stared at and ignored. Nope, sorry, but that's not for me. At times you couldn't put a cigarette paper between them, and I just felt I was in the way. I most definitely wouldn't be wasting my hard-earned building a house there. I almost felt like a rogue teenager with his new teen girlfriend and unimpressed parents. So, fortunately for me, I was able to see this at first hand, but without committing myself to anything and, more importantly, losing everything. For sure, it would have gone sideways at some point, and the parents would have had yet another nice little house to move into. At times, I had difficulty in understanding who was the child and who was the parent in all of this. I have never seen anything quite so bizarre. I do feel for P though. She clearly wanted to make something of her life, pursue her dreams of travelling the world and feel like she was her own person. But over time, this has been completely knocked out of her, probably from an early age and clearly by her very toxic mother. In reality, she will now probably grow old in that backwater village, stuck in that small shop and holding her dysfunctional mother's hand until she departs. Then will probably reflect on what sort of life she could have had, whether with her ex-husband, me, or someone else. Who knows? It's really sad, to be honest. She isn't a bad woman at all. Yes, we have had our ups and downs, and she can be an awkward and argumentative sod with all of the usual traits of Thai ungratefulness. That plus the cultural differences, etc. But I do believe that she has just been ruined through a bad upbringing and probably thinks her life now is as it should be, thanks to the long-term effects of the brainwashing and conditioning. So, we have both now conceded that the relationship cannot progress any further. I did say that the only way it would have worked is that she moved away from her parents and somewhere independent, but that was never going to happen. So we are now just friends, which is quite nice as there is no bitterness. I will always hold a smile when I look back at the adventures we did have together over the last 4.5 years though. It is a beautiful country. After all, for every low point, there were many highs. Would I come back to Thailand? Who knows? Maybe one day, although it would feel very different as a tourist now and on my own. Would I ever date another Thai woman? I very much doubt it. I will, however, remain a loyal subscriber to your channel and be entertained with the stories that you tell. Many thanks, Dave.
Why are you so good to me?
You're my girl.
I'll always be your girl.
Right guys, let us know what you think about Dave's story down in the comments below, and if you've got a similar story as well, please share it in the comments or send an email in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. When you get with a Thai lady here in Thailand, it's very important to see what the parents are like, see what the family's like, without committing yourself into marriage and dowries and all that kind of caper. You want to basically see where this woman comes from, and you will notice what her relationship is like with her family, and if her family are warm and nice and kind and not trying to like rinse you or treat you badly in any way, or in this case totally ignore you and despise you. Now, as most of us are aware, the Thai people are very, very close with their families. So if you do have an issue with mom or dad, it's going to cause your relationship some severe problems. Luckily, this guy didn't invest heavy into anything, as it could have been a much worse story. He realized the dynamics of that family relationship, and he realized it wasn't going to work. So he hit the ejection button and bugged out.
Eject, 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 eject.
Right guys, we've had a few good stories sent in recently. You seem to enjoy the last two videos that I made. Hopefully you enjoyed this one as well. If you've got your own Thailand story and you feel like it can help wake people up in regards to, you know, your situation here in Thailand, or the experience that you went through here in Thailand, whether it's positive or negative, guys, you know, we do welcome positive stories. Get your emails typed out, get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com, and we'll share your story or your experience on the channel with everyone, and we can all discuss it, and hopefully we can create an awareness to guys that are coming over here to Thailand, making sure that their retirement or them deciding to live here and stay here, it goes really well. I'm so tired, guys, not just from the emails. I'm mainly tired from the people that I speak to that have all got a bad story to tell. Normally for me, what I hear about is guys that have built houses, yeah, or they've bought a house and then it's all been taken away from them and they're left with nothing. It's a big loss. I know one particular guy very well. I think he's lost 3 houses. Yeah, it's like you didn't learn the first time, you didn't learn the second time, you learned the third time. Hopefully it won't happen again. And this guy is smart. He seems that he's got common sense. But when you fall in love, guys, it appears that common sense just disappears and you just get lost within that girl, within that moment, you know. And that's why these videos act as warnings. These videos are not designed, I've said this before, to try to stop it from happening before it starts. They're designed to basically help people while they're in a situation. So when they're currently in a situation, they can look at a story, go, wow, that's a kind of familiar, it's pretty much the same story that I'm in, flipping heck, and the penny can drop and it can wake them up and they can get out of that situation fast before it breaks them. And that's the idea. I've had a few thank you emails over the last couple of days as well, where people have stated the stories that we've shared have managed to help them and save them money. So it's all good. At least we're actually doing something positive on the channel. Right guys, take it easy, enjoy your day, and I'll speak to you all again tomorrow, or maybe even this afternoon. Ciao for now. Bye bye guys.